government wants to empower National Intelligence Agency. May Thomas to keep patrol, and Exxon to release earnings report on Friday. I'm Rico Bullford, and this is Uncut News. See what's happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. The National Intelligence and Security Agency bill is expected to be laid in the National Assembly this week. After being established in 2010, the proposed legislation now seeks to empower the agency to coordinate law enforcement activities in relation to national intelligence and provide national intelligence and security advice to the President, the Cabinet, and entities in the security sector. The agency will have the power to intercept communications, inspect any work, document, read, or other material, and obtain information in any digital or electronic mode or through printouts where such information is stored in a computer or in any other device. The director may also assign officers of the agency to serve as liaison officers to embassies abroad when necessary for the fulfillment of the responsibilities of the agent pursuant to the Act. As I said before, the police state is ever expanding. A Guyanese man living in the United States for the past 6 years is calling on the PPP to remove his name as a nominator for a candidate in the upcoming local government elections under the PPP. The man's name, national ID number, and a forged signature appears on their list of candidates. The PPP has been accused of forging several signatures for persons as nominators on many of its various lists of candidates for the upcoming elections, especially in the Berbice region. The opposition is currently calling on the police and the Elections Commission to act on the complaints as more and more evidence of these claims against the PPP candidates keep popping up around the nation. Minister Robeson Ben said May Thomas will remain as his ministry's permanent secretary, even as the authorities here try to determine why her phone was confiscated by Customs and Border Patrol in the United States while she was en route to China on, according to him, official business. Ben also said that the government will be obtaining a statement from Thomas about the incident, after which they will formally engage the U.S. government. But he said replacing Thomas is not under consideration. Last week, the U.S. Embassy in Georgetown responded to the incident, stating that all travelers are subject to inspections and secondary inspections if necessary. Wow, what an American way to respond. Former Finance Minister Winston Jordan is accused of misconduct in public office and will proceed via a paper committal, where witnesses' statements and documented evidence will be presented to the court. The magistrate will rule whether sufficient evidence was presented for the matter to either be discharged or for Jordan to be committed to stand trial in the High Court. The charge alleged that Jordan signed a property transfer order in favor of BK International for a grossly undervalued price. Chief Magistrate Anne McLennan and Principal Magistrate Sherdell Isaac Marcus have both recused themselves from the case. India may be soon assisting in resolving CARICOM's sea transportation issues, as the president says he's trying to get the multinational body, CARICOM, to approach India on the subject. He said this during the launching of the India-made MV Malisha, the new Northwest District ferry. The president also said that the ferry is expected to transport agricultural produce from northwest Guyana to Trinidad, and the Caribbean Development Bank is funding a study to establish a maritime cargo service between Barbados, Grenada, Guyana, and Trinidad and Tobago. It's April. Keep your truck running smoothly this rainy season with high-quality parts from Powered Automotive. They stock parts from all the top brands, including Freightliner, DAF, International, and all models of Cummins engines. Visit them at Lot 491 EE Eccles, or call or WhatsApp them on telephone number 697-0171. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana. Tired of waiting on hold, tracking down a delivery driver, or carrying cash for your food orders? GT Eat is here to make your life easier. Guyana's first cashless food ordering and delivery app. Choose from Georgetown's top restaurants, pay securely with your card, and get your food delivered right to your doorstep. With the convenience of being able to order from your phone and the added feature of tracking your order, GT Eats is the ultimate solution for all your food needs. Download the app on Apple and Android stores and start ordering the easy way today. In other India-related news, Indian External Affairs Minister Subramanian Jaishankar visited Guyana and discussed the possibility of easier travel between the two nations, including direct flights and visa-free travel. An air services agreement was signed during the visit, which allows for investment opportunities and markets across for airlines of both states. The Indian minister believes that once Indian airlines recover from the pandemic, there will be more flights to and from Guyana. Well, good luck to them because Indian Airways was already struggling before the pandemic, but oh well. On a related note, the India-Guyana Chamber of Commerce has been formed with Ram Naresh Sarwan as its head and Stephen Jacobs as its vice chairman. The new business chamber aims to strengthen ties between the corporate communities in Guyana and India and work with the governments of both nations in business development and support. The formation of the chamber coincides with the ongoing visits of the Indian Minister of External Affairs to Guyana. A 25-year-old man known as DJ Gaza Prince died after the car he was driving crashed into a culvert and flipped over in Friendship, East Bank, Demerara. His girlfriend, Kimberly Agard, was also injured, but is in stable condition. The police are investigating the accident, which occurred on Sunday and was caused by speeding. Poultry thief and serial robber Bola Pasot has been sentenced to 12 months in prison for several recent robberies in Enmore and surrounding villages on the East Coast. He pleaded guilty to 2 simple larceny charges and 1 larceny of poultry charge, while 3 other charges were adjourned until June the 25th. Now for today's oil update. Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben has called on the fire service to develop a 10-point plan to manage future challenges brought on by the nation's rapid development due to the oil and gas sector. Ben emphasized the need for preparedness, equipment, and professional responses to fires, especially given the peculiarities of highly flammable substances that will come with the sector. The fire service will conduct a review to identify critical areas of improvement and expand its rescue service. The acting fire chief, Gregory Wickham, noted that all 21 fire stations now have a sub-officer, and training has been done to improve firefighting capabilities. And finally, Exxon Mobil will release its first quarter financial results on the 28th of April, this Friday, with a press release available at 5:30 a.m. Central Time. CEO Darren Woods, CFO Kathy McKells, and VP of Investor Relations Jennifer Driscoll will review the results during a live conference call at 7:30 a.m. In 2022, the company made a record profit of $56 billion, which was criticized by US President Joe Biden as outrageous, even saying they're richer than God, which honestly makes no sense. Anyway, Woods' salary rose 52% to $35.9 million, with a 10% salary increase and 80% bonus and share awards. And what increase did we get over in Guyana? Nothing! Ha-ha! Administrative Professionals Week is coming up, and there's no better way to show your appreciation than with flowers from Shanice's Flowerland. We have a wide selection of beautiful flowers to choose from, including roses, sunflowers, and stunning desk arrangements, starting as low as $6,000. Our gifts are sure to brighten up any workplace and put a smile on anyone's face. With convenient payment options like PayPal, MMG, and Cash App, ordering from us is quick and easy. It's as simple as contacting us on Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp at 645-1189. Come visit us at Shanice's Flowerland at the Movietown Mall and let us help you say thank you in the most beautiful way.
Robbery season might be over, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home or business with Sheriff Security. Sheriff Security has well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest. Now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today.
Now for our Uncut News, Phil's poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Ghana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it place was. On Friday, I asked, is it a good move to get rid of the Camp Street prison? Why or why not?
But before we get to that, I'm proud to announce our latest addition to the Noble Army, Richard Singh, who is supporting us at the reporter level, the highest level of monthly support we've received so far. So thank you, Richard Singh. And also, a special thank you to David Griffith, Dion Nascimento, Project Zero, and Dimitri V. I appreciate you all. And if you're watching at home and you'd like to support our movement, just hit the link in the video description.
It seems like everybody wholeheartedly agrees. Richie K says redevelopment, upgrades, and betterments are always good. Change is the only constant. A suitable plot of land far enough away from everyone else is a good location for a new person. Teach them proper trades, how to farm and fish and tend to animals. They'll become upstanding citizens in no time. Free all non-violent cannabis inmates. Legalize it. Damian Jones says yes. It's a good move, fam. Barefoot Wanderers has shut it down. That's prime real estate. Who wants a prison in the city? That's an eyesore. Lloyd Bartholomew agrees, saying it's ludicrous to have a prison in the middle of the city. The location is prime real estate for business operations. Maybe a long time ago when the population there was small and prisoners used to do municipal community work, it was okay. Tear it down ASAP. It would make an ideal spot for a parking garage. In fact, when it was built almost 200 years ago, that was the outskirts of town, so it really shows you how we've grown over time. And finally, Vivekanand Arundal says Camp Street Prison must shut down. No need for prison in the middle of the city, because it costs tax dollars, which is expensive to maintain. Now for tonight's question. How do you feel about the proposed legislation to empower the National Intelligence Agency? Does it concern you as deeply as it concerns me? Why or why not? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Enrico Bullfoot saying good night, folks.